Hi friends, welcome back to another video with me. My name is Cotton Candy Doll. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome all. This is a shifting video. I know, so I tried to look nice for you guys. I tried to get all dressed up nice and pretty, and I just look a hot mess. Look at my bowl. I just look like a mess. It's so much stuff happened. I don't want to give any spoilers. I'm gonna jump right to what happened. I also went to Toshinori's house too, but I won't be explaining that until the next video. It's going to be too long, and I'm not going back there anytime soon. In my last video, I did the pillow method. I tried to write down Shugochara, I put it under my pillow, and I basically was going to drift off to Shugochara in my sleep. I had this whole plan about what I wanted. I spoke with my guide who said I shouldn't go. My negative energy was a little bit higher than my positive energy, but I completely ignored it because I just really wanted to try and go to Shugochara. I just really need to get to a happy place, a place with like, I don't know, a nice fun place with like sunshine and just this great place. Did I mention guys might hear noises and things in the background? I hope I did because oh, happy Easter everyone. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you. Happy Easter to all of you everywhere, all around the world, whoever's watching. So I try to shift to Shugochara. I get to this place and it's an empty room. It's just a white room. There's nothing in there. And I'm standing in there and I turn around and there's a guy inside of a tube. There's tubes. There's like feeding tubes in his arms and legs and everything. And then I look over to the right and there's like this tank next to me. And the tank is really dark. You can't see inside of it. It looks like this just I don't want to say it's blood inside of it, but it was all red and you couldn't see through. And then there was like a controller pad next to it with all these buttons and everything on it. And next to that was a chart. I walked over and I looked at the chart on the wall, and the chart on the wall had the identity of this person's, their name, but they were basically a regenerator. So imagine a regenerator, okay? These regenerators are from Resident Evil 4, and basically they were made from human DNA. The La Plagas, which is a virus, a parasite, was injected into the human blood, which caused the humans to mutate. It causes them to genetically change from the inside out. So parts of their bodies could regenerate if you like dismember them. So say you cut off an arm, the arm would grow back like that. And so like my first instinct when I realized I was in Resident Evil 4, also I had shifted there, guys, in my sleep, and I was trying to get to Shugochara. I figured no matter what, Shugochara would be safe, but ended up not being there. I ended up being in Resident Evil 4. And you guys know I don't really like shifting places in my sleep because I don't have any control over what happens to them. My state of mind also leaves, so I don't have the same state of mind as I did. So me thinking of shifting out or having an escape, normally that would be like my plan would be just to shift out, but I kind of just went with along with everything that was going. And every dark cloud, there's always a silver lining. I'm just gonna tell you guys that because I discovered something. Okay, so no spoilers. I I leave out of the room and there's a conference area full of like a table. There's like men and women. They're like all different diversities. There's like a podium and then behind it it says umbrella. And I walk out and everybody starts clapping. And there's like she's here to give her brief, her speech. And I didn't notice that I was wearing like a white lab coat and I had like my ID on me and it said um director of operations or whatever. So I guess I'm in charge of the freaking Umbrella Corporation, this evil corporation, and they have this guy in this tank in the back. So I walk on stage and I'm looking out at everybody, and it's not like a really big stage. It's like kind of small because it's meant to be like a little speech, like a little conference room. And I start talking, and the words just come out. I don't even have to think about what I'm saying. It basically sounds like the language they're speaking. Scientists speak a completely complex and different language from me, completely different language from most probably the average person because their knowledge is so vast. And they use a lot of scientific terms and a lot of long words. So I couldn't believe all the stuff I was actually saying. And so like afterwards I walked off and they handed me this clipboard and it says this is like the genetic progress of the newest bioweapon we're working on. And I said take me to it, and I didn't want them to take me to it. I didn't want them to. But for some reason I said take me to it. They walked me back and it was the guy that was in the tube, the first one that I just saw. And I was like, okay, I already saw this. I was like, who is this guy? And they were like, oh, this guy is a man that we found off the street. He was kind of wandering around. No one's gonna look for him. He's perfect person for he's the perfect person to do this testing on. And you've already signed everything and agreed to it. Guys. So they're basically gonna kill this man and they're telling me that I'm in charge of this and that I'm gonna be the one who and I agreed to this and I signed all this stuff over. And I know Umbrella is like an evil corporation or whatever, and they don't you really give a crap about humans. So I go, you know what, guys, let's return to this later. I said, are the people in like the conference room gonna stay? Are they gonna stay out? And they're like, yeah, the people are gonna stay out there. And I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, I can't really just leave, and I'm also not like in the state of mind I want to be in while I'm there. But I guess my strong will of like my strong sense of not wanting to harm others. For me, oh my God, guys, my because I'm so like I would never hurt anyone. I came up with the idea to these people that I would create my own regenerator from scratch. That way, we would no longer have to use humans. It would save us more money or something. Finding people on the street, having to worry about our obligation to those to society in a way to choose that we're safe, that we're not that we're not causing some kind of harm or something. I don't really get what the heck I was saying, guys. It wasn't good though. So I started working on this project, I guess, where I grew like a fetus in a tube, non-human. I completely made it like from scratch, and it was basically a baby regenerator. Um, I named the baby regenerator Frodo, and I said that I will be responsible for the care of this baby infant creature, this regenerator, and they said, well, this is a bioweapon, and I said, okay. And from what I've noticed from the baby regenerator or infant, it didn't have any genitals. It didn't look like, but it had the really sharp teeth and like the eyes. This is so freaking weird. Like guys, when I say this is the weirdest thing on the planet, it was weird because it was in the sense that I was not in my state of mind. I was going along with everything they were doing, and I knew though something wasn't right. Like I felt it. I felt like I shouldn't. It's hard to explain. It's like being pulled into something you can't get out of, and you don't really know the way out. It's like you're kind of trapped there, and you don't know how to find your way out either. Oh, how do I explain that? Yeah, I've been hugging him since like he's been making me feel better because like there is an infant baby regenerator that I made. There's so many things I wish I knew. They had to test it when it first started to when it first started to like mutate, when it first started changing. They had to take it and tell me, they had to identify if it was male or female because you couldn't tell. They they said based off of the results of what they got, it was a boy, a baby boy infant or whatever. And I already named it Frodo, so I figured um maybe that was why. I don't know. They said, what do you want to do with it? And I told them I want to draw blood like immediately. I was like, let's draw some blood. So automatically I start probing this little baby thing and testing his blood and trying to genetically figure out. And then I was saying like, they were like, what should we feed it? And it's like, the best thing, honestly, for that type of creature. That's a high class bioweapon. What could I possibly give this creature that he would need? It would be human brains, but I mean, human brain would be like the most nutritious thing for it. But it's just that we don't want to kill the humans. Like, I knew that I didn't want to harm humans while I was there, but I've been put in this situation I can't get myself out of. And it's like now I have to figure out something. Also, in the midst of my work, there is one thing that came out of Shugochara. There was an orange egg. It was a solid egg, but it was an illusion. Every time I reached for it, I couldn't touch it, but it was like there. I didn't remember reality water. I didn't remember that I could try to shift using that. Um, Also, did I even have that on my bed? I had it next to my bed or something. I had it like nearby so I could reach for it. Yes, that's right, I did. I had it like, okay, so my bed is like here and my nightstand is there. So the water was there. I had it there. But because I wasn't in a right state of mind, I wasn't thinking like, just reach yourself out or just get out. Maybe that egg was a way of trying to have me do that. But at the same time, like, the egg was a complete illusion. You couldn't even really, I couldn't get the egg. But it looked solid. It looked like a real egg from what I could see. And it was orange. So it wasn't even the right color I wanted either. And actually, honestly, I just couldn't wait to leave out of that place. But at the same time, like I didn't know how I was getting out. Um, my state of mind allowed me to do testing on this infants. We talked about the growth and development, what we would feed it, as opposed to, and then another scientist stepped forward and said, why don't we just give it to human? Why don't we just feed it a human as this is a high quality grade bioweapon. And I looked at him and I said, very good. Um, and then so I could hear like the infant regenerator crying. And I walked into the room when no one else was in there. And I put my hand on top of, okay, so it was like a glass. I don't know why they didn't use plastic. It was a glass casing, like a capsule. The baby had the tube sticking in there through it. And it had the face of like, baby, a regenerator. It looked like a monster, a threat automatically. And so like I put my hand on the top of it. I don't know why I did that. If anything, you would like step back from it or step away from it, but I actually wanted to come closer to it. And I heard it say mama. It said mama, and I felt myself pulled out, shifted away from there, and pulled back into my reality and my guide staring at me when I got up. So my guide was literally like right here, like in my face. And it's almost like, okay, I should have listened to him. I should have just not went when he told me to. I don't know. On the bright side, I have a little bit more energy. Yes, right after that, I shifted right to Toshinori's house. I could not. A whole bunch of stuff happened with us, but I'm not going to tell you guys until the next video because Toshinori, man, he's really, really like, I don't know. Let's talk about. Guys, I wish that if I went to Resident Evil 4 and I created my own regenerator and it ended up being an infant, there's so many things I want to say about this. Okay, there's so many things I want to say. First off, who has that type of knowledge that can genetically make something like this? I wonder why this happened. Is it because I know I'm going to be going to school or what? I mean, you guys know I'm going to school for become a lab scientist. This is like this is going to be in my field of work. So like, yeah, but it's not really exciting for me to think about when I think about it in this way, involving like a little infant or something like that. I know I genetically made this creature to protect them from humans, but they're talking about giving human brains. I looked at them and said, very good. And that's not cool. I mean, that just means they're going to kill more people defeat this bioweapon. That's supposed to do mass destruction anyway. If I had it my way, I would raise this infant because I feel like the baby's my responsibility. Also, he said mama. Baby Frodo said mama. And I don't know what I felt in that moment, but I know I was pulled out before I had a chance to like really have any type of feelings about it. Frodo is a baby regenerator, but Frodo is kind of cute too. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you guys. And now I'm a little bit worried because I have this baby. I have this baby now. Okay, I have this infant baby regenerator that I could very well just show my love to. And I want to take him away from there so bad. I want to go back and I want to take him. I want him to be my baby. There's so many things I wonder about him. Even though he's a regenerator, is he at risk for SIDS? You know, all infants are at risk for SIDS when they're little. I'm an experienced child care provider. I was a teacher. I know all about these things. I have experience with it. So, and SIDS is basically sudden infant death syndrome, and that happens usually when the baby's asleep. There's been some cases where people have left their babies in their cribs and the baby has died. There was another case where a woman, she took some kids out to on like a field trip, and it was a daycare provider from the school. She strapped all the babies in. She did everything right. She put them in the clothes that mom brought. It was pretty cold out, so she had the heat and stuff on in her car. The baby had on like this jacket, I guess. And she went to take him out of the car with the other kids and found out the baby was no longer with them anymore. He had suddenly died. And with SIDS, just have to be really careful and more cautious because a lot of young mothers, I feel like, are not educated about that. So they don't know what's at risk, how to protect the baby. The baby should be alone on their back in their crib. There shouldn't be any toys. When babies are born, I know oh, it's so cute. They want to put this cute little blanket, this cute little pillow in there with the baby. And in the end, this could actually end up hurting the baby. This could kill the baby. Never lay them on their stomach. The baby's supposed to be laying on their back. You shouldn't put anything in there with them. If you're worried about your baby being too cold at night, just know that your baby is not going to get too cold. Dress your baby up in like a onesie if you want to. You also want the room to be, your house needs to be like room temperature if he's not sleeping with anything on. Some people just lay the babies down in the diaper and that's it. I found that, um, so like for me, I feel like this. People don't know what causes this, but there's so much research people have done over the years. Yes, this just became an educational video about SIDS. Yes, so if whenever you're traveling with the baby, like that lady did, and the baby died, um, what happened was the baby overheated. When the baby is that little, when you have an infant that small, they're not gonna wake up and cry. They're just gonna leave. They're gonna die. They're gonna overheat because they're infants. Um, so she should not have put that jacket. She should have either taken the jacket off or had her and not have the heat running on high with the baby and the baby overheated. A lot of stuff happens. The same thing happens at home sometimes. And the reason it's called sudden infant death is because it just suddenly happens. The smart thing to do would have been had someone in the back seat with the baby that can. Babies also can suffocate too because of all the stuff that's in the crib. It's just too many things that can kill them so easily. And I was just worried about this, even though I knew that he was an infant. Like I know Frodo is a baby regenerator. He might not be at risk, but he might be at risk. Not worry about these things because what if they decide, to be funny? Oh, he's so cute. Let's get him like a teddy bear, or let's get him a blanket because he looks cold. And then the baby suffocates or overheats inside of the capsule thing. I mean, it's already closed off. There's holes in it so that air can get to him, but at the same, I don't know. That's just I'm worrying for no reason. It's not even. You know what? This baby is in a different reality. It's not even in this reality, but I want to just go get him from there and keep him here. How would I raise him? I would definitely raise him away from here. Um, I would move somewhere to like a secluded area and keep him there. I would give him the best quality food because he's a high grade like bioweapon, and I would treat him. I would teach him to be nice. People would see him and automatically think he's a threat, and I kind of feel like we have that in common because I'm black. A lot of black people are seen as a threat, and people automatically look at us and think we're like monsters, and they're gonna look at him in the same way. And it's kind of like we have that in common, so I feel like that's very special to me. I'm probably saying it in a way that's weird to you guys. I don't mean that as good that never mind. Anyway, I can relate to him in a lot of ways. So that's why he should be Frodo should be my son. And Frodo Baggins, yes. I think his name's gonna be Frodo Baggins, and then he'll have my last name. Whatever my last name is. We'll just do it that way. Frodo Baggins. Yeah, that sounds cool. And then when he gets older, I have to worry about how will he deal with the other kids in school? He's going to be nonverbal. He's not going to be able to talk. They basically do this breathing thing. It's really creepy. If you've played Resident Evil 4 before, you've seen the regenerators in like the freezer. You know exactly the type of noise, the sound you hear before you see them coming toward you. And it's pretty scary. They like jump at you and they bite you. So when he becomes a toddler, I think I would have to really like, I think I would just pull him out of school because at that age they start biting when they can't communicate. Any kid that is nonverbal, don't have any way to speak, that's their way of speaking by biting. Some kids they yell, they scream, and they throw fits because they don't know how to communicate, and that's completely normal. And people shouldn't get mad at the babies or 2 year olds when they're getting upset or frustrated because you got to think about how you feel when words fail you as an adult, and this is a child. They're still learning, they're still growing. The most important and the most vital part of their life where their brain development is constantly growing. So like for them, so teaching that class, I found that my class learned very quickly. So with Frodo though, I would have to give him like he would have to eat like duck and rabbit, only like the finest stuff because yeah, oh, it's a cute little rabbit. Don't kill it. Yeah, as long as he's not killing a human, that's important to me. So I just want to tell you guys that my shift to Shiguchara did not go well. It went completely the opposite direction. Uh, I wonder what his diapers would be like. Like I don't even know how. I don't even know if he has like if he can release toxins from his body. Like does that bio waste become a part of his body or what? Like I have no idea. I really want to go and rescue him from there. I don't know how to do it. I would have to, you know, I would have to use my stone, which by the way I keep saying I'm gonna show you guys. I don't remember where I put it though. I think just misplaced it. I'll find it though. But maybe I can. That would be amazing if I could use it to travel there to like find my son Frodo. Oh, I'm already calling him my son. I mean, I feel like I love that guy already. I feel like I love that kid. Like that kid is gonna be such a great kid. I don't have to comb his hair or anything. He's already like bald. Um, anyway, guys, this video was weird, right? I know it's weird because the kid. Okay, so the pillow method that didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna work for you. You can totally try it if you want. Um, I put my script right under my pillow, and I made sure I slept directly on it. And I thought about this place like as soon as I got off with you guys, as soon as I like stopped talking to you, as soon as I turned my camera off, I went and got ready for bed and did everything. I instantly ran back, turned my computer off, did all that stuff, laid down. I said, okay, I'm going to Shugachara, shifting to Shugachara, lay my head down, fell asleep. I was already tired because I was like rambling on. What did I say at the end? Between 3 and 4, 4 and 5 or something. Okay, that is completely irrelevant. Okay, we're not going to be doing another video at 3/4 or 5 and 6 or whatever. I think I was just so tired. My head was just like fuzzy or something. I don't really know. So anyway, happy Easter, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you're notified of my other video when it comes out. And that video might be, I might do that one tomorrow where I explain what happened with Toshinori. I probably won't go back there again until maybe Tuesday night or something, but I did go back and I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. And I just feel like it's just the irony of everything that keeps happening. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, he told me not to go. He told me not to go there. Should just listen to him. Now there's an infant. Where? Oh my god, I'm gonna worry myself sick about Frodo. I hope not. I just, no, I don't know what to do. I mean, I probably can never bring him back here, I'm sure. And the only thing I can do is probably go and visit him as much as I can. I just don't know if that's gonna work. I keep saying I'm gonna end the video every single time, and I just keep talking the whole time. Sorry, I look a hot mess today, guys. Happy Easter. Um, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.